everyone, it's Sharon, and today's video is a really fun one. I've been so excited to film. It is a first impressions try-on of MARC JACOBS cosmetics. I don't know what their exact line name is, but you know, makeup from MARC JACOBS. I have never tried any makeup from them, and I recently was on the hunt for the lipstick shade Oh Miley. It's what I'm wearing right now. I've wanted that forever, ever since I saw Jessica Braun talk about it, so I finally looked it up. I couldn't find it on Sephora, and I did find it on the MARC JACOBS website, and it was on sale. I think it was on sale like 16 bucks maybe, 15, 16, really cheap for MARC JACOBS lipsticks. And they had a bunch of other stuff on sale too, so I just took the opportunity to stock up on some things I've always wanted to try. Some of these I hadn't heard about, and I was intrigued with looking at them, so I picked them up. So I will show you what those are in just a second, and then we'll hop into the video. But I did want to preface this by saying I am so close to 700 subscribers, and something I like to do every time I hit a new milestone in subscribers, I like to do a giveaway. So just a heads up, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, you'll want to subscribe because I'm so close to 700, and as soon as I hit 700, I'm going to do a virtual e-gift card giveaway to either Ulta or Sephora, the store of your choice. So stick around, tell your friends, share my channel, subscribe if you haven't, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss that video, because as soon as I hit it, that video will go up, and it will be open for like a week or two usually is what I do, and then I'll email you a gift card. So definitely stay tuned for that. But let me show you what we'll be testing today, and then we'll get into the video. So one of the things I got was one of their famous eyeshadow palettes. I got mine in the shade Glambition. This just looked beautiful to me, like a really great everyday palette that I would get a lot of use out of. So I got that. I got one of their stick concealers. I got their mascara. I got a liquid gel liner. And I got two lipsticks in Oh Miley, like I'm wearing, and Infamous. So that is everything we'll be trying today. I'll also have the rest of my makeup used linked down below. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I have already primed my face and eyelids. I will have everything linked down below that I'm using in case you're curious, what I used outside of the MARC JACOBS products, but priming is always important, so we've done that first. So we're going to go with the eyeshadow first, as I always do. I am so excited to have this. I got mine in 720 Glambition. I just feel so fancy having this. Like, this is one of those things I've seen so many people have, and I've just never wanted to spend the money on it. I love the way it opens up inside. It's got a mirror, and it has this nice plastic covering. I'm just going to throw it away, but it did make me feel so fancy opening it and seeing that, and it says MARC JACOBS, which I think is so pretty. And then here are all of the colors, just nice and up close for you. I'm sure you've seen this a million times, but I feel like no one really talks about them anymore because they have been around for so long. So I was so excited to get this, and this looks like the perfect neutral, like a really great palette for travel. I feel like I'll get a lot of use out of this. So we're going to start off with putting down a nice like transition matte shade. On my lid, there's this really pretty creamy white here, so I'm just going to take a fluffy Sigma brush and brush that over my brow bone and kind of into the crease a little, just to set that eye primer and get it ready to lay down other shadows. Then we're going to go with a fluffy brush, and I think these have names, yes. So going in with the next shade, which is Infamous, which is a really nice like transition brown shade. So we're gonna sweep that into the crease. I'm not doing anything crazy with this look. This is simply just like a how many of these colors can I use and see how they perform kind of situation. I feel like they're gonna perform great because, you know, this is popular for a reason, but we'll see. I love this brush too. This is one of my favorite brushes. I know I've talked about it before. It's the Golden Triangle. 785 tapered blending, and it's so nice. Okay, I'm going to take a slightly smaller brush now. This one's a little bit more defined. I think this is a Sephora brush. It came in a kit. And I'm going to go with this middle matte brown here. It is Seeking. I'm going to build that up and kind of concentrate on this outer V, lower crease area. I love this tapered brush for that. It's perfect. This was in a more affordable eye kit. If I can find it, I'll link it. If they still sell it. Okay, if the lighting changed, it's because I turned my mirror on because I need the light on my mirror. So it's pretty powdery. When I kicked it up here, you can see it kind of got into this pink shade, but we're just gonna blow it away, like no big deal. And if you saw that flick off my hand, that was just like condensation from my cup. I got Taco Bell for lunch and having a Diet Mountain Dew. Okay, I want to see how this performs both with a brush and with a finger. So I'm going to use one of my favorite flat shader brushes from MAC. It's the 242S. So we're going to go in with that first. On the, oh yeah, beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wowee. So pretty. That laid down so nicely. What a beautiful pink shade. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's see how it does with a finger. It's just a really beautiful kind of champagne-y pink. Of course, that's even more intense and more beautiful. I tend to prefer using a finger for shimmery shadows anyways, so I'm not surprised. Wow, this is really soft. I hadn't touched any of these. That is really soft. Okay, I'm going to go back with that fluffy brush and kind of just quickly blur out any lines we had here. And I'm literally going to keep it at that. I'm not going to dip into any of these darker colors here, just because I want to keep it simple. I don't know if I even mentioned it. We're just going to the movies tonight. Cruella came out today, and we are going to the movie theater. And I haven't been to the movies in so long, and I'm so excited. But I don't need to look crazy. So we're just going with a nice neutral look. I will swatch these for you quickly so you can kind of see how everything's looking. Oh my gosh, they just feel like butter. Look at these. Okay, so here are swatches up close for you. I will tell you the names here. We've got this creamy neutral, which is like here. It's kind of hard to see, but it is there. That is She Was. Then right next to it is Infamous. This is Known For, Seeking, and then come down over here. This is that lid shade I used the most. And then we've got Over the Top and Glamour. Glamour is like a black that has some glitter in it, kind of. This shade, oh my gosh, I can't wait to use that. That's a beautiful shade. Very impressed with all of these. Like I said, I'm not surprised. I was expecting to be impressed. Okay, so one of the other things I got was the liner, and this is, what is it called? I don't think it has the name on the actual package. This is the Highliner liquid gel liner. It was liquid gel that got me interested, and I got mine in a brown shade. Mocha, I think is what they're calling it. So pretty packaging. And okay, so this is the end with the product. So this longer end is the wand. So I had it backwards. It looks like kind of a silicone type bristle there. It's not like a brush tip. The back of my hand is wet, so I don't want to swatch it yet on my hand because I don't think it'll swatch correctly because it still has makeup wipe on there. But let's just go in and see. I'm going to try to zoom you in and hope you can see what I'm doing with this liner. Okay, we'll see if I can keep you in frame while I do this. Okay, so we have this eye done here. I'm actually really happy with how I was able to get a nice soft wing. Like, it's really small, it's a really thin line, but my first impression of this is like not great. I feel like the product was a little bit dry and kind of hard to use. I mean, I'm happy with the finished outcome, but I could just see this being a little bit difficult to work with. I'm going to probably have to use it a little bit more before I get my like final thoughts, but my first initial impression is not like, wow, this is a holy grail, but I mean, it is pretty good. I don't really have any brown liquid liners like this. I just have my one from Physicians Formula. So I am happy to have something else in my collection that I can compare against, but yeah. So far, I wouldn't say run out and buy this, but we'll see how this goes. We'll work on the other eye. Okay, so I had some liner problems when I went to this eye, and it was one of those situations where like this line got too thick, so then I had to thicken up this line to make it match. So like I was super happy with how the line looked over here when I was starting with this eye, and I mean it still looks fine, it's just not my favorite. So let's move on from this because I feel like so far not a fan. Okay, so I've curled my lashes and now we're going to go on to mascara. I'm going to do one eye with a primer and one eye without, so we can kind of see if there is any sort of difference in how the mascara performs. So I'm going to use my Lancome Lash Primer on my right eye here, and then we won't use any on this left eye, and we'll see how it does. Because if you've watched any of my videos recently, you will know that I have been absolutely hooked on eyelash primer. I feel like it makes the biggest difference and I don't go a day without it. So we'll see. We'll see how this performs. We're gonna let that left or the right side dry a little and we'll go in with just the mascara on the left. I will say I love the wand. It's kind of an hourglass shape, but it's nice and small. Sometimes I think that hourglass wands get too fluffy, and that's when things get messy. Okay, let's try the right eye. So this is one application. I'm not like overwhelmed. It's mascara. Let's see how it goes with primer, if that makes it look any better with one coat. Okay, I think I'll zoom you in so you can really see. Okay, so here's with the primer, here's without. Personally, I think I can see a difference, at least real life Sharon does. We'll see if editing Sharon agrees, and then you viewers at home, let me know what your thoughts are. I feel like just right out the gate, it looks a lot better with that primer. It looks blacker and more volumized and a little bit more lengthened. So let's see if we can, what they look like once we start building up the mascara. I still feel like what a big difference on this eye versus this eye. Although I've got a lash down here that's not wanting to cooperate. I think it didn't get curled with the others, so it's kind of droopy. I just feel like overall this looks so much more bold and defined than this eye does. So let's see if we can build up this eye a little bit more, and then we'll move on from mascara because I'm sure you're sick of seeing it by now. Okay, so there's the finished product. I feel like at the end of the day, I was able to build this up enough to make it kind of match this side, but I do prefer the side that has the primer on it versus the side without. First initial impression, you could skip the mascara. It's fine, but it's not like groundbreaking. Okay, so I'm going to pop off and put some foundation on my face because I do have a concealer I want to try out next. Okay, so my camera wasn't recording apparently, like it keeps giving me notices that it can't record. So you didn't get me getting this blemish here kind of covered, but I did get some of this stick concealer on the blemish here, and it did help cover that up. So now I'm going to try it under my eye and see if we like that. It does seem pretty creamy for like a stick concealer. Typically, I'm a beauty blender or brush kind of girl for under my eye, but I feel like with this kind of product, finger is probably best. And you know what? I'm really liking how that looks. I think I got a really good shade. And it's blending really nicely. We'll see how it ends up like settling into fine lines, but so far like from eye to eye, I think that concealed beautifully. I think that blended out so nicely. Now I'm going to do what I always do and take my beauty sponge that has leftover foundation and just kind of go right around here, my cheekbone area, kind of where the foundation and the concealer meet, just because I want to make sure it's fully blended and nothing looks crazy. But first impression of the concealer, I really like it. Okay, so I went ahead and popped some of that darker brown shade on my lower lashes. And I did want to pop the mascara on my lower lashes as well. I don't always wear lower lash mascara, but I want to see how this performs. Because I have a lot of trouble wearing lower lash mascara with it transferring and smudging under my eyes. I don't feel like I have watery eyes, but I must because I get transfer under my lower lash line really bad. I mean, it looks good so far, but we'll see how it just like wears throughout the day. So now we're getting to the main event, the thing that I'm so excited for, and the whole reason for this entire haul and try on, and that is the lipstick in Oh Miley. I am so excited to have this. Also, the packaging is amazing. It's like a magnet. I actually didn't know that. I'm sure at one point I heard someone say that, but I didn't know it was a magnet. So there it is. I haven't swatched it or anything. I don't have any lip liner or lip product on at all. We're just going to go ahead and apply it and see how it rolls. Okay, so a few things. One, I am horribly out of practice putting on lipstick. I mean, it's been almost a year since I've put on a regular lipstick because I do have Invisalign, and so I don't wear typical lipsticks because it will transfer onto those trays and it won't come off. So I'm just not wearing mine right now because I really wanted to test this out. I didn't want to wait until October to try this lipstick. It is really pretty. I'll have to see how it wears. I'm going to have to take this off in a few minutes anyway so I can put my retainer trays back in. But I just really wanted to see it on. I do think it's really pretty. What a beautiful shade. I feel like I probably need a lip liner with it. So I'm going to need to look into getting a red lip liner because I don't even know that I have one. I might. I don't know. I did also want to show you the other lipstick shade I got because I got another one in Infamous, and just looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks like such a me color. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah. This is going to be something I will want to wear all the time, I can tell. Now don't look too closely at my lip line because I feel like it looks a little jaggedy and clownish. We're just going to ignore that right now and move on. Okay, so here is the final makeup look. I want to just run through quickly my first impression thoughts on all of these products, and I will fill you in at a later time, whether that's later tonight or just in a video down the road, kind of what my thoughts are once like I actually gotten to see how they wear and you know, using them again. So right out the gate, love the eyeshadow. I absolutely think it was beautiful. I could see me using this all the time, traveling with it. It's such a nice sleek palette, and I think it would transition really well from day to night. Again, my shade or the palette that I got is in 720 Glambition. They have a lot of other great color combinations, so definitely check them out. I'll have the website linked below. But yeah, Glambition is what I got. I felt like it looked like the one I would get the most use out of, and here is a close-up again of those shades in case you needed them. I did use everything except for the black. Oops, sorry. I used everything except for the black and the gold here. So, all in all, very impressed with the eyeshadow. The liner is something I am not impressed about, and I don't see it getting any better. I think it's just one of those products that's difficult to use. I'm so glad I got it on sale, because I think if I'd spent my, full price for this, I would not have been happy. I would not advise anyone at this point in time to run out and purchase this. I think there's better out there. I'd save your money. All right, the mascara. I'm kind of the same lines as the mascara as I am the liner. This is fine, but I think that there's other really great mascaras out there, especially at the drugstore. I feel like foundations and mascaras are some of the absolute best things you can get at the drugstore and save your money on, especially since those are things that don't last as long. They have a shorter shelf life since they're cream products. So I feel like unless you really wanted to try this, you could probably skip it too, because I think there's better options out there that perform just as well, if not better. Okay, the concealer here I really like. Again, my shade is in Fair 16 Accomplice, And I'm really impressed with this so far. We're going to really see how it wears under the eyes. I did like it on my blemish, and I do think it looks nice under the eyes so far. I did not set under my eyes. It's just the concealer. I've really not been setting my under eye concealer lately. I've just been liking that look better. I think it doesn't look as dry that way. So we'll see how this wears, but so far I really like this as well. And then the lipstick, of course, it's really nice on first application. I'm sure it wears nicely too. We would just have to wait and see. I haven't gotten any on my teeth, so that's good. I really want to try this one on at some point too, but the swatch was gorgeous. So again, the shades that I got were Oh Miley, which is the red, and then Infamous, which is the neutral nudie pink. If anything, the packaging is so pretty, and I think I paid $13 for these, so definitely worth that price tag in my opinion. Alright you guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you've tried any other great products from Marc Jacobs that I didn't get and I should try, and I will see about maybe picking those up for a future video. Like I said, if you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.